Paul McCartney and John Lennon wrote a host of great songs together while in the Beatles. But it wasn't just their band who benefited from their songwriting prowess during the 1960s. John and Paul wrote a number of tracks which became hits for other artists. Brian Epstein, who was the manager of the Beatles in the early 1960s, used the talents of John and Paul to benefit other artists under his supervision. Artists in Brian's portfolio, such Cilla Black, Billy J. Kramer, who was born in Bootle, and his band, the Dakotas, would record their own compositions, or Brian would commission them to compose new songs. On the other hand, John and Paul co-wrote I Wanna Be Your Man with the Rolling Stones and contributed to the hits of other bands, such as Badfinger with Come and Get It, and Peter and Gordon with A World Without Love, which were very successful. John and Paul were instrumental in helping those two, Peter and Gordon, who were already identified. Paul had composed A World Without Love when he was 16 years old. In 1963, when he moved in with Jane Asher, his then-girlfriend, her brother Peter Asher, of Gordon and Peter Asher, heard the song and requested permission to use it. Since Paul had previously offered the song to Billy J. Kramer, he was pleased to give it away since he did not think the Beatles would like it. Gordon and Peter later recorded it, and it was published in February 1964 on an album with the same name. The United Kingdom and the United States both ranked it first. It came to the top of the charts before any song written by John and Paul, but not performed by the Beatles, had ever done so. Following their hit, Paul composed Nobody I Know to follow it, and then Peter and Gordon recorded I Don't Want to See You Again, a song by Paul and McCartney. Next, Paul made the decision to do an experiment. Following his work on the track for Peter and Gordon, he chose to go under a pen name. Although Paul wrote the lyrics to the January 1966 single, Woman, the song's composition was given credit to the fictitious Bernard Webb. For certain U.S. versions, A. Smith was also included. He made it clear that his goal was to determine if Peter and Gordon's achievements were solely attributable to their bond with him and John. People would approach Peter and Gordon and say, "Ah, we see you're simply hopping in on the Lennon-McCartney bandwagon." Paul recounted this at a press conference in 1966. Everyone kind of believes that's why they get hits, so that's why they did the one without our names on it, Woman. It's not accurate, actually. Soon enough, the secret was out, and the song became a small success, charting in both the United Kingdom and America. People suspected that Peter and Gordon's new single was composed by their regular songwriters once again, as it was released by Northern Songs, the firm of John, Paul, and Brian. The deception was finally broken in April 1966, when Peter and Gordon made an appearance on the American television show Hullabaloo. Woman was initially announced as being written by Paul. Plenty of people enjoyed it. According to Billboard's assessment, the song is described as a powerful ballad featuring strings, cellos in the Baroque fashion, and with an easy beat in strong support.